And we're back. Let's see what happened last time. I'm starting to slowly produce the red ammo here. Pretty slowly, but I don't need it to be super quick. I'm doing 20 a minute. We have the problem. In order to do more, I will need to launch more rockets. And it looks like this thing is completely out of the iron because I started using it too much. Iron production is at 1.4 thousand per minute. But iron consumption is at basically 2.2, which means that I need more iron because these guys have been running out. Some have been running out over here too. I can move some of them, or I can also go for the new iron patches. And that's the thing that I probably should do. Anything else? Also, I could stop using the iron by stopping doing any research. These researches are not really that useful. The useful research is probably steel productivity and mining productivity, but let's just finish everything that's available to us. Why not? It's not that much that's left here, right? It's just 1,000 science, yeah, whatever. But yeah, I'm going to go and fight for more iron. So fighting in this direction. Which way do I go so that I fight the least? On the right of this iron. We'll probably kill this. Kill some of that. Kill all of that. And then we have this iron. And then we'll kill a little more here. And we'll have this iron too. Plus this will give me 900,000 more. Other than fighting, I'm literally just waiting, right? So when the iron actually comes here, I have a full red belt of iron. Half of that belt, half of this belt of iron is going to be converted into this steel, and the other half is going up, which should start producing me more processing units, right? But we'll continue the progress here. I guess the other thing that I could do is, I mean, obviously the spaceship will take time to craft the ammo and everything, but I can actually build the spaceship itself. That shouldn't take too long. Maybe after the iron. There are a reason I'm not using the tank flamethrower. Yeah, it's worse. The personal flamethrower, it doesn't take time for me to rotate my cannon, right? I can just shoot where my cursor is instantly. It has more range. It creates the fires like this, which kills the biters faster. Personal flamethrower of a tank is having a short range. I need to shoot it constantly. It will use more ammo too. Not that I need to save on the ammo. My flamethrower is too strong now. I have researched a couple damage upgrades for it. And it's killed my train. So we just witnessed the death of 2,000 copper. It's fine. Alright, so we go from here to the right. Do you prefer this type of planning or high science multiplier? I prefer this. This is very similar to high science multiplier. The 1,000 times that I've been playing. 1,000 times is just pure grind. This has more strategy involved, I guess. This is grindy sometimes when I need to kill like a bunch of nests, but it's nothing in comparison to the 1,000 times. And also the way I'm fighting the biters, it's changing over time as I unlock more and more technologies, right? But compare that to the way I was clearing the biters in the 1,000 times, just going around the biter nests and using a billion landmines. It's just the same thing over and over. I feel like attacking this from the bottom would be easier. Maybe if I just go through, I should be able to go through here. Yep. Okay, here's my iron. Why don't you deconstruct the empty patch? I feel like I don't want to deconstruct anything. In the early game, I deconstructed my starting bases because I really needed to save, but at this point, I don't really need to save the resources for building the factory anymore. Seeing all of the old outposts is kind of nice, isn't it? What's the poison I'm drinking? It's just the Factorio water. So this is one more yellow belt, 1,000 more a minute, 900. So yeah, I think this is good enough for me. So we put quality modules in them. And I put the beacons with efficiency modules. And connect the middle mining drill. Reading the source patch entirely. And I think this outpost is done. Maybe just a lamp in the middle. So now I have 900,000 iron, and because I'm using rare mining drills, this is actually almost 2 million. Let me change the desired amount of iron ore to be 500,000 now. Will there be any even slightly plentiful resources anywhere in this playthrough? I mean, the ones that I have are not that bad, right? Like, once again, because of the productivity and the quality mining drills, this is basically 1 million here. That's plentiful, right? Right? But yeah, eventually we go, once I can kill the biters really quickly, then we just go pretty far out, like over here, I guess. So we just go 5 times further out, and they will be 5 times richer. Yeah, I just need an atomic bomb, like 1 million atomic bombs. So what is next? So let's take a look at the iron production. I'm doing 2.2 a minute, and I'm using 2.4. Okay, so maybe I will do another iron outpost then, just so that production is more than consumption. Let's take a look at the spaceship. It's almost out of space. 2,000 bullets are already done. Technically, I think I did not test it yet, right? But my prediction is that we're actually going to use only 1,000 bullets, 1,000 magazines, which is 10,000 bullets, to go between Novice and Vulcanus. So this 2,000 maybe is actually enough, but I will wait for more than that because I'm not sure. We'll need to stay in orbit of Vulcanus for a while, or I can just send the spaceship back while I'm dealing with Vulcanus. Which one is cheaper, actually? Is it cheaper for me to stay in orbit of Vulcanus, or is it cheaper for me to make the spaceship go back to Novice? Depends on time. Yeah, how much time do I plan to spend on Vulcanus? I think maybe just a couple of hours should be enough. 3-4 hours should be more than enough for me to do everything that I need there. Okay, how about we work on the other parts of the spaceship? Let's design the spaceship. The only question that I have is how much inventory space do I need? Is this enough? If this is not enough, we might just add a little more on the sides. If I triple this, I think that it should be enough for sure. So let's say that my thrusters are going to be somewhere over here in the back. How many thrusters do I want? Do I need to move fast or do I need to move slow? It doesn't matter, right? The amount of asteroids that I will need to kill is not going to depend on how fast I go. Let's do it with just 5 because that's how big is the rocket capacity. Tanks with fuel. Fuel will go through the pumps. If I want to stay on Vulcanus orbit, by the way, then I will need to have the defenses on all the sides. But if I want to only be moving between the planets and stay in the orbit for just 1 second, basically, then the defenses only need to be happening in the top. Okay, we'll need to be crafting the fuel itself. So one of them is going to be doing the thruster fuel, another one is going to be doing the thruster oxidizer. And then I'll need the water. The water will also be used actually for one more thing. Wait, the water is actually going to be... How do we get the water is the question, right? This ice that I have here, I'm just going to delete it. We are only going for now to allow a little more of the carbon. Not sure how much. I have already 100. Maybe this is enough. I don't know. Maybe I will just allow myself enough to fill these tanks. But yeah, so the water is actually going to come from Novice here in the form of barrels because that's the only way that I can do right now. So we're going to empty the water barrels like this to the pipe and then delete the empty barrels. I think this is all that's needed, right? This is all that's needed to travel between the planets. And then we just need to protect ourselves with the bullets. So we need a bunch of turrets, and that's it. And the power. The power, since I'm not crafting much here, would actually be done with just solar panels. I want to do the nuclear reactor here, but maybe I'll do that later. But who am I kidding? I'm not going to change anything later. Let's just do it with nuclear reactor immediately. Steam turbine. So I'm going to just delete the used uranium fuel cells. Then I'm going to put the thing in, reading the temperature and reading the fuel. Set the filter to the blacklist. Enable if the temperature is less than 550. And we request the... I don't need too much. The rocket capacity is 10, so I'm going to request 10. I think 10 should be more than enough. Okay, so just turrets. How many rows of turrets do I need? For 400% asteroids, you guys think 3 rows of turrets? Maybe 4? I could do 1 more, then the back is still going to be reaching. Oop. Save game and launch. I mean, technically, yeah, I guess we could just have the thruster fuel here and see if my existing ammo is already enough to travel or not. No. I hate this. I always do that. If only I could build the ghosts without them being built. Okay, and then we try to make this spaceship actually as small as possible. Kind of, right? So I just hug the edge here. But I need this belt to defend the back. Can the underground belt reach from here to there? Yes, this is exactly the length. Okay, and then, so this is going to be defended, and then we defend somewhere over here in the middle too. Maybe actually over here. Okay, and then just do the inserters here. Okay, I think this should be overkill. These rockets are ready, but I don't need the iron there anymore, okay. I can also send the items into space with the logistic robots instead, I guess. It just simplifies things a little bit. So I just put this thing into a chest instead then. Maybe I will change back to the belts when I actually need, like, the speed, but I don't need it right now. So yeah, we're going to have automatic. I have a bunch of flying robot frames. Maybe I just convert all of these into the logistic robots. 500 logistic robots, sure. Yeah, like all of these also need to be stored. 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be the low density. Going to be the blue chip. What else? The water. So we'll craft barrels from the steel. Fill them with water. Put it into the storage chests. The water barrels. 50 turrets. And then thrusters. Oh, I forgot something. I wanted to limit these, which means that I want a couple of combinators here too. I need a timer. Oh, we can do add output, right? So I do both 1 T and the input count of T. There you go. Right? So this is going to be a timer that resets every 60 ticks. So every second. And I will be just connecting these. I think I just do another decider combinator here so that it's in one place instead of in both places. I will say that if T is less than whatever, let's say 10. So this means that it's going to work 1/6 of the maximum speed, right? So I can reset every 6 ticks and say that this is less than 1, so it's literally 0. Yeah, and this enables, it says go, G. So enable this if I need to go or something. Read the speed and turn off pumps. If it's over that, it's going to make the speed go up and down a little bit too much. So by just controlling how much we give it of the fuel a second, it's going to stay at the same speed without going up and down. Sending all these barrels into space. Beautiful. Alright, what are we doing here? The steam is here, the power is here, the solar panel is no longer needed. Okay. Do we do a test? No, we cannot do a test. I'm waiting for... Yeah, I need the iron ore here to start crafting this stuff. We'll just do like this. That into a chest, storage chest. So what am I missing here? Just the tank, the cannon shells. Cannon shells are already here. And we're just waiting for the rockets. I already put it into the storage chests. I'm just limited literally by the amount of the blue chips here, right? This is my speed right now. Wait, this is actually now waiting for copper, not even for iron. What's happening to my copper? There is no copper, is what this thing says. But my resources say that I have 500,000 copper. Am I just using it that quickly? I guess I am, right? Because for the blue chips, it's more copper than iron. I just need the copper to be mined faster. So iron is 2,000, used at 2,500 per minute. And copper is, yeah, when we have it, we use it at 3,600. But I'm only mining it less than a belt. All right. Also low density structures. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Okay, I guess let's go fight for the copper, I suppose. This one. Is the train coming? Wait, it's not. Where's my train? And the train itself is loaded. Oh, wait, hold on, guys. I ran out of bullets. We're going to die. This is empty. Oh, wait, hold on. What is this? It's because this is blocked. I really hate, like, is there literally no cure for this except for change, like, so the problem is that when a bulk inserter, or any inserter, without the overridden stack size to be 1, is trying to put something into a train, and there is not enough space after that, it keeps the items in its hand. And then even although I am disabling the inserter, it still is putting the things into the next train. Disabling should actually disable the inserter if I disable. If I say disable, I don't want it to be enabled, right? But it actually continues to finish. This is my second least favorite mechanic after the bots migration. Like, what's the reason for the inserter to actually be enabled if I disable it? Why is that designed like that? Is there a use case for the disabled inserter to keep working? I have no idea why it's working like that. Okay, more copper is done. So we now have 800 copper, 800 iron. And how about my spaceship? Let's see. Okay, we have full tanks. No, it's not full tanks. All right, I guess I do need to capture a couple of asteroids. Still, I need the collector. Just the carbonic chunks. Should we test it right now, or should we test it next time when I bring the remaining things? This shouldn't take too long, I think. And next time I'm definitely going to Vulcanus. Test now. All right, let's test Vulcanus. Wait, my brain is really lagging right now. Why is the spaceship not moving? I'm going to Vulcanus. Oh, is it because there is a rocket that is being launched here? Okay, we're waiting for the delivery. We'll see how 400% asteroids is. So I have right now 3,000 bullets. 3,000 bullets here. 3,300. Let's see if it is going to die or not. Maybe this speed is too much. Okay, the asteroids die pretty quick. I think this is going to be fine. I think I did a little bit too many turrets here. Yeah, it's because last time when I was traveling in space, I had 0 damage upgrades, so I remember it completely differently, you know? Yeah, we could do it just with yellow ammo for sure. But technically with red ammo, it still is more efficient in terms of the amount of rockets. Like, the amount of damage per rocket is more with red ammo, I'm pretty sure. We can increase the speed a little bit here, maybe. Let's do it less than 2. I mean, let's do less than 3. Like this. And just like this, we have arrived at Vulcanus. And I have used... Wait, I estimated exactly correct. I said it's going to use 1,000 bullets, and that's literally what was used. We started with 3.3 thousand, we are left with 2.5. It used 800. 874 bullets were used. Alright, anyway, I'm going to reload here. I'm going to reload here next time, and we are going to finish filling the rocket with all of this stuff that I need for Vulcanus, and we're going to Vulcanus next time. Thank you guys for watching.